Fuck yes! Oh man, I'm sorry I had my mic muted. I've been trying to beat that game for 30 years. I know it sounds silly because it's not a super difficult game, but that end segment there has eluded me for decades. And I save state practiced it today on an emulator for like 2 hours. I'm just happy too I didn't end with 1 second left on the clock. I actually had 15 seconds left. And it wasn't even a super fantastic run. So I think I actually get the game now. Yeah, that frickin' 2-tile disappearing platform section is just ridiculous. I beat Sweep. Finally beat Sweep. After all these years. I got good. Like, I spent time on this. Like, this was one of the first games 3 years ago, or a little bit more than 3 years ago during the pandemic, where I started playing with emulators and playing with games. This was one of the first games that I played around with. Every now and then I sit down and I prove to myself I can get pretty good at getting to the last stage. And even getting down to that disappearing platform part. But from there it was just no. And it's like not super intuitive maybe what to do. Maybe it is. Maybe I'm just an idiot. I don't know. But I sort of like figured out exactly what directions to hit for how long to get through that little part, and it worked. Alright. Now I'm going to time it. We're going to see if we can do it again. Oh man. That's a load though. I mean, in those 3 years, it was March of 2021. Right now it's July of 2024. But, like, in those few years, I learned to beat, like, The Legend of Zelda. That was one that, like, it took me 14 hours to beat it, and now I've beaten it in less than an hour. Mario's, including the Lost Levels. Like, all kinds of stuff. But this, like, 4-minute little marble game has eluded me through all of that time. The dozens, probably over 100 games I've learned to beat in the last couple of years. Marble Madness had stumped me. I just can't. And I mean, it's the isometric, I think, that gets me. Like, every now and then, even today, at one point, I, like, tried to play it on 45 degrees. Like, maybe that will be better. It's a game that all directions matter. Like, some games, like, diagonals are important, or not doing diagonals are important. Because they, like, screw up what you're trying to do. This is a game where you need to be hitting exactly the direction that you want. And diagonals and non-diagonals are equally important. You need to be doing the correct one at all times. So if you hit right and you need to go down right, you know, some of the tighter spots, you We probably screwed. Yeah. Gonna just take a quick look in a minute here and see what that time was. Timing is like when you hit end on the name input, and then when you get through the flag, when the 6,000 appears at the end. I've watched this, I don't know. Yeah, I think I've spent both more time watching this speedrun than any other speedruns. Even Outrun. Outrun as a whole, I've probably watched more. Number of runs, no doubt, Marble Madness takes the cake. I've watched thousands and thousands of runs. Almost all by one person, of course, but... I've watched a lot of Mario 3 runs. But I did watch a lot of Yells-Rig's grind on this game, which did me absolutely no good at getting better at the game. That's not a criticism, of course. Yells-Rig does have very good videos on how to play this, but I always kind of felt like, why do I need to watch a video? Like, it's all you do is push a direction. So now that I've figured out how to beat it, I probably will watch those videos this week, see if I can get faster. We'll see if we get faster right now, but then we'll play some golf, I think. Alright, good. I was afraid that was going to be hours of, like, getting to the end and failing. Or I was afraid, too, I was going to get through the difficult, tiny section and then just get jittery and completely screw up the end. But I didn't. That's fine. It happens, okay. do this. Don't do this. Don't do it. What are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? Ooh, that was a PB. That was like a 413.